Ra, El. Isis, Ra, and El. Israel. Israel, a Middle Eastern country on the Mediterranean Sea, is regarded by Jews, Christians, and Muslims as the biblical Holy Land. Its most sacred sites are in Jerusalem.
Tell my lord Salahuddin that Jerusalem has come.
I pray you pull back your cavalry and leave this matter to me.
I pray you retire unharmed to Damascus. Reynald of Chatillon will be punished. I swear it. Withdraw, we will all die here. Do we have terms?
We have terms. I will send you my physicians.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
On May 14, 1948, David Ben-Gurion, the head of the Jewish Agency, declared the formation of the State of Israel. This was backed by President Truman on the same day. Chaim Weizmann was named the president of the new nation, and for decades he had been the guiding light of the World Zionist Organization.
All roads lead to Israel.
We have something in common.
Good.
Respect for human life.
Thank you.
Okay? Now, I have two comments on my deep respect for human life. Okay? Number one, you can comment on my objections. Number one and number two. Okay? Number one, I'm opposed to the murder of unborn babies being legal. Number two, I'm opposed to our wasting our military in the Middle East on behalf of Zionist Israel. Thank you.
All right, well, let me just tell you that Israel is a very, very important ally of the United States, and we are going to protect them 100%. 100%. They've been our most reliable. It's our true friend over there, and we're going to protect Israel 100%. As to number one, we're with you. Okay, one more. We got to ask one more, because that was a tough question on Israel. That was nasty. Whoa. Are we all for Israel, right?
Liberal Party does not feel that support for Israel should be a Canadian political wedge issue. All political parties in this country are friends to Israel and should be. And anyone, any prime minister who countenances sending hate mail into Mr. Kotler's riding, accusing him of anti-Semitism, is not demonstrating the kind of leadership I think we deserve from a Canadian Prime Minister. Mr. Harper chooses to speak with a megaphone on the world stage. Sometimes that's warranted, but often that's not the way Canada gets things done. And that's what we need to get back to.
There will be no separate peace between Israel and the Arab world. I want to make that very clear to all of you. I've heard several prominent politicians in Israel sometimes saying, well, the Arab world's in a different place now. We just have to reach out to them and we can work some things with the Arab world and we'll deal with the Palestinians. No, 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 and no. I can tell you that reaffirmed even in the last week as I have talked to leaders of the Arab community. There will be no advance and separate peace with the Arab world without the Palestinian process and Palestinian peace. Everybody needs to understand that.
Incoming Israeli, or likely incoming Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, today. Can you confirm that, and do you have a readout of the discussion?
Yes, I can confirm that. We'll have a more robust readout in a... Oh, yes. I'm confirming a call with the President had with Benjamin Netanyahu. So, yes, the President did speak with him today, so confirming that right now, to congratulate him on his party's victory and commend Israel's free and fair elections. The President reaffirmed the strength of the bilateral partnership and underscored his unwavering support for Israeli security. We will continue to closely monitor the government formation process. As you know, that is the next process in this. We look forward to continuing to work with the Israeli government on our shared interests and values. We will have a more fuller readout for all of you as we normally do.
Were I a Jew, I would be a Zionist. My father pointed out to me I did not need to be a Jew to be a Zionist. For I am. Israel is essential to the security of Jews worldwide.
Were I a Jew, I would be a Zionist. My father pointed out to me I did not need to be a Jew to be a Zionist. For I am.
Okay, I'm just going to step on it. I'll come off at 80 miles an hour. Let's see what it is, okay? You ready?
Mr. President, can I ask you a quick question on Israel before you drive away?
No, you can't. Not unless you get in front of the car as I step on it.
Okay, I'm just going to step on it. I'll come off at 80 miles an hour. You'll see what it is, okay? You ready?
Mr. President, can I ask you a quick question on Israel before you drive away?
No, you can't. Not unless you get in front of the car as I step on it.
I know that you're very concerned about the civilian casualties. Well, we do not share your concern about civilian casualties at all. In fact, we're conducting these surgical operations against schools, mosques, hospitals, universities, children, and one of the things that we're doing is trying to maximize the number of civilian casualties. We prefer that. I know that you understand this, but if not, this is something that I don't have to explain to Americans, President Obama, you, and the international community. Welcome to Jerusalem.
This Israeli government is the most right-wing, racist against Arabs, religious, Jewish supremacist government ever in the state's history.
الحكومة الجديدة بتركيبتها وببرنامجها ليست مفاجئة، ولا سيما أنه هاي الحكومة وما سبقها من حكومات يمنية متطرفة هي إفراز لمجتمع صهيوني فاشي يميني متطرف.
Israel is going into a direction which I think is dangerous to itself, to its democracy. It's led by a prime minister that is facing 3 series of corruption. Senior members of government have been convicted already, and as far as the Palestinian issue, some of the senior personalities within this government believe in the annexation of the West Bank and even make the life of Palestinians even worse. So there is no much room for optimism considering all of this.
It is composed of almost completely religious parties, aside from Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud party, which also has religious people in it that are right-wing. But the other parties are ultranationalist or ultra-Orthodox. The ultranationalist parties that are a part of this government are extremist fringe parties that never, ever would have thought to have been part of mainstream Israeli politics, but they have basically made a revolution of their own. So they have immense control, and they have gotten out of Netanyahu some really powerful positions. Itamar Ben-Gvir is an extremist right-wing Jewish supremacist. He wants basically Israel and Palestinian territories to be rid of Palestinians. He has actually been convicted of inciting to racism. He's been put on trial numerous times. He has created for himself something called the National Security Minister, and a law was just passed that will allow him to have more power than the previous public security minister position would have, more power over the police. Itamar Ben-Gvir has 2 key political partners. They are Bezalel Smotrich and Avi Maoz. Bezalel Smotrich is like Ben-Gvir. He is an ultranationalist, religious, and anti-Arab racist. However, he puts more emphasis on the religious aspect. First of all, he wants to annex all of the Palestinian territories, particularly the West Bank. Liberal, secular Jewish Israelis are concerned that he wants, to make this into a Jewish Sharia state. Avi Maoz his party, the Noam Party, is a homophobic party. That's the basis for it. He wants to take control in the education system of things that will allow him to push his ideology. The fear is that these 3 right-wing, religious, anti-Arab, pro-settler, religious politicians are going to change the system in Israel so that it is less democratic. The fear is that there will be more religious coercion, that there will be more impunity to kill Palestinians, that there will be more settlements and more demolitions of Palestinian homes, and in general, that there will be a sense of lawlessness, that there will be a sense that anything can go, and it won't be going in favor of Palestinians. That is for certain.
I will give every soul safe conduct to Christian lands. Every soul. The women, the children, the old, and all your knights and soldiers, and your queen. Your king, such as he is, I leave to you and what God will make of him. No one will be harmed. I swear to God.
The Christians butchered every Muslim within the walls when they took this city.
I am not those men. I am Salahuddin. Salahuddin.
Then under these terms, I surrender Jerusalem.
Assalamu alaikum.
And peace be with you. What is Jerusalem worth?
Nothing. Everything.